Welcome to Session 6, Participate in the Moment. During this session, we will practice digging deeper into Christ-centered mindfulness. So I would like to encourage you with the exercises in the book that will show you how to engage in mindfulness, both putting your mind fully on external reality and putting your mind fully on what's going on internally, what's going on inside of you. So as you do external mindfulness, do it as a group. Give it a try. I've got a little passage that one of you can read through and the rest of you can participate, and go through your 5 senses, breathing deeply as you go, but then noticing, what am I touching? The chair. And I feel the wood on my fingers. You notice how I'm observing it, but then I'm describing it. I'm putting words on it, and I'm participating, right? Smell. What do I smell? Sometimes it could be helpful to have something that you might smell. In fact, sometimes I encourage people, you may want to have a piece of bread or food, or you may want to have a glass of water as you practice external mindfulness. But you could also just practice, again, sitting as I am right now. What do you hear? Pay attention to what you hear. Try to name perhaps 5 things that you hear, that you touch. Taste is a little bit more difficult, but see how many you can come up with. And then what you see, that's a pretty easy one if you are able to see. What do you see? Name 5 things. Then turning to internal mindfulness, I encourage people to just kind of keep your eyes open and look at somewhere sort of neutral in front of you. You could close your eyes if you're more comfortable doing that. And then just notice what your thoughts are. Notice your thoughts as though they're a train of cars that you're just observing going by. Or another good image is that you're laying on the lawn looking up at the clouds, and you're just noticing the clouds up in the sky as different thoughts that are in your mind. My third example is to imagine that you're at a conveyor belt where the baggages are coming out. You are just focused on trying to observe and describe your own thoughts and then let them go. Your grounding place is to come back to breath. And then notice again, what's the next thought that comes into your mind? By doing this kind of internal mindfulness, you will become aware of what you habitually think about. And you probably won't be surprised. And God will not be surprised. And again, have that prayerful posture, almost like you are observing and describing, knowing that God is right with you. Jesus is right with you. The Holy Spirit is right inside of you. You'll notice a lot of ozone thoughts, and when you do that, the good news is we don't have to get stuck in those ozone thoughts, right? So I hope that you'll find this to be a new experience of looking at your own thought life. And to also give your brain some slack, right? Because a lot of our automatic thoughts, yes, they may be disturbing. Yes, they may be habitual. Yes, they may be sinful. But as we catch them and notice them, we also just need to honor that our brain is doing its job. But we don't have to get stuck in destructive or ozone thoughts. We can catch them, release them, and replace them. So I pray for you that through this kind of mindfulness work together, you will be able to talk through your fab, your feelings, your attitudes, and behaviors. You'll be able to even more thoughtfully, mindfully do your prayer journaling, and ultimately to be returning to and participating to the precious present moment. May God grant you increased serenity this week to, just as the Serenity Prayer says, live one day at a time and enjoy one moment at a time.